Hi, everybody, and welcome to your summer math class. If you're in Math 111 or Math 171, college algebra, or pre-calculus, you're in the right spot. It might seem weird that I'm doing one video syllabus for both classes, but as you will see, both classes follow a very similar format, and this is going to help me be efficient with my time too. So we're here. We're going to take an online class. The format of this class will look something like this. All of you will be working through Khan Academy on your own pace, and I will be there via the internet, via Zoom, to help you make progress along the way. We're taking what's called an Emporium model mastery-based approach, where you're going to be able to work at your own pace. But I really do believe that it's an important part of the course, that I am available for you and will help you, master the different topics in your course as you go along. One of the beauties of this format is that, you're going to be able to breeze through some of the topics that you already know, and you're going to be able to spend more times on the topics that you don't know yet. And so what I'm hoping for is an efficient use of everybody's time, and that you will get the support from me, because I don't want you to just struggle through all of this curriculum on your own. I want to be your teacher this summer, and if that's possible, great. Hopefully we'll be able to, make appointments and schedule those out. All right, so here's an overview of the course. There are going to be four primary places that, four primary tools that we use on our computers to interact. Canvas is our learning management system. This is a place where I've got a bunch of links, and we're going to look at this really soon. But if you want to find your syllabus, or you want to look at the grade book, or you want to look at find an appointment sign up, or any of the links that I post, it's going to be on Canvas. I'll use Canvas for announcements as well. Khan Academy is where you are going to be doing the vast majority of your work. You're going to be working towards gaining an overall progress percentage in the entire course. To get that overall progress percentage, you're going to be working through quizzes and unit tests, and just different practice on skills. Our final exam will be done on Khan Academy, so the math that you do going to be there. Zoom will be the way that we interact with each other. So what works really nice for Zoom is, if you're working on Khan Academy, it's on your screen. You can get into the Zoom call, share your screen so that I can see the problems that you're working on, and so that you can see the stuff that I'm writing. We use a tool called Google Jamboard, because with your Milligan emails, you all have Google accounts. There will be a link on Canvas to get you to Jamboard, but really what that is an online whiteboard that I'll be able to write on and help you solve problems along the way. So those are the four main things that we'll be using in this course. Hopefully that's fairly straightforward, and we're going to explain those as we go along. Your grade will be split up into four primary sections. One's attendance, and in the summer it's more of communication / attendance. Really I want to keep in contact with you, and I want to help make sure that you are making consistent progress throughout the semester. So as far as attendance goes, I definitely want to meet with you during the first week of class, sometime through June 1st through June 3rd. I have appointment slots set up on Canvas for that purpose. And then subsequently, after that first meeting, I'd like to meet with you weekly. And if we can set up a regular time for that, that would be excellent. If that doesn't work for you, as long as we continue to communicate on, a roughly weekly basis, and you continue to make progress, I'll be okay with that. But really, this course is designed so that we get some face-to-face time and we actually talk about math together. So that's the ideal. The Khan Academy percentage is the overall progress that you've made in the course. And on that part, you'll see what I'm talking about in a few minutes when we actually look at Khan Academy, but I'm actually going to round that percentage up by 10% because I consider Khan Academy to be fully complete when you've got a mixture of skills at 80% and 100%. You'll see what I mean soon. So that percentage will be scaled up by 10%. Your final exam will be a part of your grade. That'll be a 30-question course challenge on Khan Academy. And the unit test that you do, you'll get 5 points for passing each one of those unit tests as you go through Khan Academy. So yeah, maybe this chart is not the best thing. The course grade that you see on your syllabus will be possibly more clear than this. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, let's get out of this PowerPoint presentation and go to Canvas, see what we can do. Yep. All right, Canvas. Right now we're on Math 171's Canvas, which is fine. All right, so our home page is the syllabus page, and there's going to be a lot of links up here that you can click through and examine. First one, we've got the syllabus, and it's written out here. It's in the form of a Google Doc so that it's, nice and online. And there is a decent bit of writing here. I'm not going to read through it all on this video syllabus because you can read through this. But yeah, talks about pacing, talks about signing up for Khan Academy and some tips for Khan Academy, talks about final exam, and here is your course grade in terms of the point values that each one of those things is weighted. Attendance, office hours. So all of these things that I'm saying are written down here, accommodations, all that good stuff. Yep, it's written here in the syllabus. Please take a read through that. The link is here on Canvas. There are some other links here. This Join Our Class on Khan Academy is a link that will take you to something that looks like this. 22 is just 2022, the year, summer, and then 171 is the class. So if you want to join our class on Khan Academy, you would click this button. And if you don't already have a Khan Academy account, you'll create one, but it's very quick. I would suggest using the sign up with Google option. And if it asks you, I don't know, like what courses you're interested in stuff, that part doesn't matter. Just click through the sign up process. And yeah, once you have an account and you click that, this link, you'll be signed up on Khan Academy. When you do sign up on Khan Academy, if you could send me a quick email just to let me know that, hey, I've done this successfully, that'll be great. I can confirm that you're in the course and I can make sure that the assignments are working the way that they should be for you. So yeah, that's the sign up link. Math 171 actually is going to do 2 courses on Khan Academy. The trigonometry course is actually pretty small, so that's something. But yeah, in order to expose you to the functions that we want you to be able to work with in calculus, doing both algebra 2 and trigonometry is important so that we get logarithms, exponentials, and all the trig functions, all that good stuff will be here. Okay, So this is what, let's say the Khan Academy course homepage looks like. We're here, right now we're in the Algebra 2 course, and you can see that I am 83% of the way through the course. It looks like there are 11,300 skill points to be able to pick up through the entire course here, and I've collected about 9,000 of them. You can see how those skill points are divvied up into individual units here. So polynomial arithmetic has some, complex numbers has 900 mastery points, which means basically there are 9 individual skills in this unit. But yeah, in Algebra 2, I believe there are 13 different units that you'll go through. And I would suggest, starting with the first one and working on down, because they're generally arranged in kind of an order that builds on itself. It's not 100% necessary, but yeah, I would suggest that. So yeah, your overall progress percentage is here, but when you actually want to start working on things, you would click into a unit. Let's say polynomial arithmetic is our first one. And yeah, this is our unit mastery. And over on the right-hand side, you get the individual skills. So since this has 1,200 mastery points, there would be 12 individual skills on this right-hand side. And, as you complete questions, you can either have a score of 0 out of 100, 50 out of 100, 80 out of 100, or 100 out of 100 when you get the little crown on top. But basically, yeah, you're trying to earn points in each one of these individual skills. The quickest, most efficient way to make progress on Khan Academy is, once you get into a unit, scroll on down until you see the first quiz. The first time taking a quiz is a special opportunity where if you get a perfect score on your quiz, what will happen is you'll get up to 80 out of 100 mastery points on all of the relevant skills that are above the quiz. So if I take quiz 1 here, I would get points on all 5 of these skills that are above here. Now, why I say this is the most efficient is because when you go to a quiz, say this one's going to ask you 5 questions. Basically, 1 per each skill. Whereas if you were to click here and go to practice, you're going to be asked 4 questions per skill. You could still get up to, 80 out of 100 mastery points. But yeah, doing the quizzes are the quickest way to initially make progress on any given skills. So, yeah, I would suggest going to the quizzes first. If you don't make a perfect quiz, and that's going to happen, you will have the opportunity to take the quiz again, if that seems to make sense, or you could go back and do individual practice for any of the skills that you missed. Generally, I think if you don't get a perfect quiz the first time, I would say probably take the quiz again. And after taking the quiz the second time, probably focus in on any skills that you have remaining on those individual skills. Because as you continue to retake a quiz, that has the possibility to move the relevant skills here, up or down. So for instance, if I were to take this quiz again and bomb it, get 0 out of 5, I bet Khan Academy would actually lower some of these scores. And we want to avoid that. So, and that's why it's saying here, hey, you're already proficient or a master of these skills. There's no more levels to reach. Don't try taking this quiz. So yeah, it's safer if you've already got progress on some of these skills. It's safer just to work on the ones that say have no progress on them individually. Then it's actually worth it to do 4 questions for one skill. So yeah, the pace is get into this new unit, go down to the first quiz. I'd say take it. If it seems like it's way out of your league, there are videos and articles here that are relevant to the material. So you can use these for reference. But honestly, I think that some of this material should be, familiar to you. And I think that you will be able to, reason through some of these quizzes and make progress that way, even without watching videos or reading articles. So yeah, the pace, go to the new unit, take the first quiz, take any subsequent quizzes. Once you get to a pretty good spot here, as long as they are a mix of 50% done and 100 or 80% done on these individual skills, you can go down to the unit test. And the unit test has the capability of bringing any skills that are at 80 out of 100 up to 100 out of 100. So the unit test is a good thing to end the unit. Taking this unit test is important because when you pass this unit test, you will get a score of 5 out of 5 for that unit test on, that assignment in Canvas. So overall in 171, there will be 16 unit tests, each of them worth 5 points, and you get the full 5 points for passing the unit test on Khan Academy. So yeah, hopefully by the time you've taken the quizzes, you've taken the unit test, up here, it doesn't necessarily have to be 100%. But I would say as long as you're above, I would say 60% mastered or 70% mastered, roughly, I would say, hey, if you've passed the unit test and you're up to, over 60 or 70% mastered here, move on to the next unit. I don't want you to get stuck and bogged down anywhere. So move on to the next unit, get some fresh material, take some new quizzes, take a new unit test, and then move on. To get through all of these units, in algebra, in the pre-calc class or in the college algebra class, for me, it can take less than 10 hours, 8 hours maybe, to get through the entire course. For most of my students, it takes between 20 and 50 hours worth of work. But yeah, the more that is already familiar to you, you're going to find that you're going to be able to make progress pretty quickly. And if it's not familiar to you, that's fine. That's why I'm here, to help you through it. So yeah, let's take a quick look at the PowerPoint for just a second to review the different ways that you can make progress on Khan Academy. This is what I was talking about with this is what it'll look like when you have 50 out of 100 points. This is what it'll look like with 80 out of 100. That's what it'll look like with 100 out of 100. Yes, so there's 5 different ways to earn points in Khan Academy. We've already looked at quizzes. A quiz is a good way to get to the proficient level, which is 80 out of 100 points. And also doing the practice is a good way. It's slower. So I generally suggest quizzes first, and anything that you don't do well on quizzes, go back and do the practice on the individual skills. Once you've gotten to 80 out of 100, the only ways to get up to 100 out of 100 would be taking a unit test, which we just looked at, the mastery challenge, which shows up at the top of the main course page. I'll show you that soon. And then the course challenge at the end, which we will take for our final. So yeah, no matter how many times you take a quiz or you practice an individual skill, you'll never be able to get it up to 100 out of 100. The only ways to get up to 100 out of 100 are on a unit test, a mastery challenge, or a course challenge. Let me go ahead and show you where the mastery challenge is. The mastery challenge is here on the main course page. It's going to be 6 questions over skills that you've already practiced and just don't have up to full mastery. The idea is that this is going to pick out 3 skills, and it's going to ask you 2 questions about each skill. Oh, interesting. So here we're on the unit circle, select an angle that corresponds to it. Oh yeah, it's totally pi over 4. This one, oh, that looks like, wait a second. All right, we're a little bit lower here. We're not quite all the way to pi, like 5 pi 6, yeah. And then going all the way around, this looks like 7 pi 4ths, yeah, all right. So you would, yeah, do 2 questions on each skill. It looks like they've doubled these up. Ooh, all right, now we're in degrees, that's fine. It's kind of an estimate, but 250 looks good, 340 looks good. And now that I've, answered, these on the mastery challenge, if I get them both right, my level will move up. If I get one right and one wrong, my level will stay the same. And if I get both of them wrong, my level would go down. But the mastery challenge is a really good way to make progress on skills that aren't fully maxed out yet. And it will just, pick from anything that you've done before. So this is a good thing. Maybe it's a good way to start your day as you get into Khan Academy. Do those because it'll pick up the slack in any of the regions that you've not fully maxed out yet. So yeah, the name of the game is getting mastery points. You're aiming to get this overall mastery points up to 90% by the end of the semester, because I will round this part up by 10%, because I do consider having a mix of scores at the proficient and mastered level, so 80 out of 100 and 100 out of 100. I view having a mix of these to be fine for completing the course. You'll see as you get up to 90% done in the course, it can get pretty annoying to try to max every single skill out. So I just want to make sure that this is not any more frustrating than it needs to be. So yeah, this overall percentage will be scaled up by 10% at the end. But yeah, overall, you are trying to get this up to 90%. Once you get this up to close to 90%, even if you're at 85, that's fine. Even if you're midway through the time of the course, let's say you're working on this really hard and you're still in June, but you get up to 85, 90%, you could take the final early. The final is down at the bottom of the main course page. It's called a course challenge. Khan Academy might prompt you to take a course challenge right at the beginning just to get a baseline for your skills. If you do that, it's not a big, it's okay. I would suggest probably just skipping over that at the beginning. Because, while taking a course challenge, I don't know, it could be fun. It's not an efficient way to make progress over the entire course, because what a course challenge does is picks problems from all over the place. And so even if you do well on a course challenge, you're going to have very spotty progress in a lot of different places. So I suggest saving the course challenge till the very end. The course challenge will be 30 questions. And yeah, that'll be your final exam score. And pretty much just like everything else in Khan Academy, I will allow you to retake, even your final exam to get the score that you'd like to get. So yeah, this is the Algebra 2 page for Math 171. This is the Trigonometry page. Trigonometry only has 4 units, and you can see that most of those units are pretty small. This one called Trigonometric Functions is actually a copy of another unit in Algebra 2. There's a whole unit here on trigonometry, and that one's 1,700 points. This one's 1,900 points. So there's 2 more skills in there, but it's almost an exact copy. And when you make progress in Algebra 2, you will see this progress go up accordingly. So you can see I have 1420 on both of those right now because they're linked. So really with the trigonometry course, the only new stuff will be two little things, 2 little skills in the trigonometric functions unit. And then there'll be 3 small units on trigonometric identities that we'd like you to know before you take calculus. So yeah, Math 171 will be doing both of those. Math 111 will be working on this course. There are 15 units, I believe. No, 14 units in the algebra course. So yeah, hopefully that's making some sense, and we'll be able to, iron out any questions that you have during our first meeting. So I think that's a good amount of talk about Khan Academy for now. Let's see what we can do. Blah, blah, blah. Yep, resources. Okay. I did want to mention that I put some Zoom appointments on our Canvas calendar so that you could pick a time to meet with me on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday of this first week of classes. Hopefully on Tuesday, you look through the video syllabus and you're watching this. And then yeah, on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, we meet sometime. The main takeaways that I'd like you to get from this video are, please let me know when you're signed up for class on Khan Academy. I'll be able to confirm that you're there and make sure that the assignments are working well for you. If you can't meet with me during the week, just let me know ahead of time. Ideally we're meeting regularly, but I understand that the summer is a busy time and that vacations happen and summer jobs happen. So yeah, as long as we're keeping an open line of communication, I'm going to be happy. And if I do see your progress start to lag and we haven't communicated in a while, I'm going to try to reach out to you. But yeah, I would prefer I would prefer that open line of communication just stays open. And I want to emphasize, I want to help you. It would technically be possible to do most of this by yourself. But I would like to be your teacher and help you learn stuff along the way. Yeah. And yeah, I do want you to use your time efficiently. Yeah. Do the quizzes and the unit tests. And if you're feeling bogged down, that's a great time to jot down some questions that you have so that whenever we meet the next time on Zoom, you'll have questions to ask and we'll have fruitful discussion based on that. As in terms of action items, go ahead and go to Canvas, click through those links, sign up for Khan Academy. And when you've done that, please let me know that you signed up for the class on Khan Academy so that I can confirm things, and then sign up for an appointment on the Canvas calendar. So real quick, I'll show you where to do that on Canvas. Let's go here. Yep, so this is a link to Meet for Zoom. This is the link where the Jamboard notes will be. Your Jamboard will look different than this, but basically it's just an online whiteboard where I'll be able to write things like this and you'll be able to see them. But yeah, click through all these links, join in the class on Khan Academy, and then over to the left-hand side is the calendar where I believe, in theory, you should be able to click on one of these times and, reserve that time slot so that we can meet together and that, we're not trying to schedule at the same time as everybody else. So, generally I do find that one-on-one meetings work the best, but there may be times throughout the semester where, 2 or 3 of you want to meet at the same time, and I can help you. Zoom technically does have the capability of sharing multiple screens, and I could flip around through multiple screens and help multiple people at once. Generally, it's most smooth if we're just working one-on-one though. But yeah, for this first meeting, definitely one-on-one. Hopefully sometime on Wednesday through Friday. If none of these times work out for you, send me an email. We can work something out, hopefully. So yeah, other than the craziness of this first week with all of these appointment slots, I did not put appointment slots throughout the rest because I'm hoping that we can just arrange a regular time when we meet for that first time. But you'll see that I have some markers out here for what % overall progress I would hope that you would be at any given time. These are flexible goals. I want you to, continue to make progress, but you're not going to lose any points by getting to 50% on the 24th rather than the 22nd. That's not a big deal. I do, the design of this course is meant to be flexible and hopefully meet your needs. So yeah, I think we're pretty good. Go ahead and click through it too fast. Yeah, go ahead and do these things, and I will see you for an appointment on June 1st through 3rd. Just to let you know, I will be out of town. Today's the 25th of May. I'm going to be out of town tomorrow through, I'm going to be driving back on next Tuesday. So May 31st, when we technically start the class. Hopefully you're watching the video syllabus in lieu of that class day, and I will be back and ready to go on June 1st. So yeah, feel free to email me if you have any questions. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.